Welcome into McLeod Stadium here in Langley, BC, as we get you set for the provincial championship of the Midget 9-man between the North Surrey Bears and the Comox Raiders. Andrew Wadden alongside Gord Randall, the coach. Gord Randall here with you. And this should be a good one. Gordon, you're familiar with a couple of these players here, former players of yours.
Yeah, there are a couple of alumni of my program on this North Surrey Bears roster. One of them out for the coin toss here, number 42, Avery Boyd. Both those guys are guys that graduated this past year for us. So they played their high school career all the way through, and then decided that this was their best option to keep playing. This is a 16 to 18-year-old level, so the players you're seeing right now are currently in grade 11, grade 12, and just their first year out of high school. So this will put a bow on a great day of football action here, presented by BC Provincial Football Association. If you missed the early game, it was the junior bantam 9-man that was Coquitlam taken down, or excuse me, Coquitlam. Oh, I think I have the wrong sheet written down here as well. Anyway, it was an early game, and it was a good one. And then we saw North Delta and Saanich at 34-18. Saanich takes down North Delta. That's in the junior bantam 12-man. And, so we have the midget championship here. But that was earlier action as well. Yes, I got that right. 35-26 was Coquitlam over Vernon in the junior bantam 9-man. I thought I had that mixed up with yesterday's action, Gord, but that's what we saw today. A good one early this morning. Saanich really set the tone in the second game, laid the beat down on North Delta, but here in the third game, expecting a good one in this midget championship. Yeah, absolutely. This is a couple of pockets where high school football isn't necessarily well saturated as well, and what that means is that any of the kids that are at this senior high school age in these areas, there's a lot more of them that go to community football, and so it's no coincidence. Like North Surrey Minor, the northern half of Surrey has no high school football programs. We're on the south half, and then Comox. There's nothing up in the Comox Valley currently that plays. There have been a couple schools that have played on and off over the last number of years in Courtney, Campbell River, stuff like that, but currently nothing. And so this should be a pretty good quality of ball we're going to see here. It's going to be 9-man, so you're going to see that the field is going to play narrower again. If you've been with us all day, it'll be just like it was this morning with the 9-man junior bantam. If you're new to us right now, when we zoom out and take a look at the field, you'll see the white sidelines. You can see the number markers right on those main white sidelines. That would be your normal Canadian football sidelines. For 9-man, they play the American width, which is the red lines on this particular field. They will still play a full 110-yard length, but they will play a little bit narrower. What you will likely see, although the teams this morning didn't do that, but what you will likely see is a 3-man offensive line for most offensive snaps here.
So the Comox Raiders in white with the black pants there, a little black trim along the jerseys, and the North Shore Bears in black with those yellow pants, a couple of black stripes down the side, and they kick things off. And we are underway here in the Midget 9-man championship. That's it, fielded right around the 21-yard line there. And a good tackle early on, and that's number 42 right there. Yeah, you know that guy.
I do know that guy, yeah. He was a conference all-star defensive end for us in his grade 12 year at Sullivan Heights. Just his post-secondary interest didn't materialize right away, so he decided midget in Surrey, being able to stay at home, all that kind of good stuff was his best option. He's actually slimmed down a little bit. He'll be playing middle linebacker here today.
That's Avery Boyd, of course, number 42. We see our first look at number 2 under center there. That's Jordan Williams. Or excuse me, that's Morgan Crisp from the Comox Raiders. And they run it up the gut there. Nothing doing. So a gain of, about 3.
Beautiful Comox Valley, of course. You're a big snowboard guy. You should hit up that neck of the woods.
Absolutely.
Go to Cumberland. They got some great slopes there.
You got some hookups?
I do have a cousin that lives in Cumberland, actually. Yeah.
Give them a call. All right, from shotgun here now as Crisp looks to go pass, swings it out there, finds his man. That's Raiden O'Toole.
Fumble.
And we got a fumble down on the ground, and it is recovered. Yes, it is. That is going to be recovered by the Bears. And look at this, North Surrey.
Guess who with the tackle force fumble?
Absolutely.
Number
That's
42.
how you teach them, right? Coach Randall showed him that move. So North Surrey going to take over.
What a start for the Bars.
For Comox's 43-yard line, or excuse me, 38. Yeah, there you are. Yeah. So now we'll get our first look at the other number 2, and that's Jordan Williams. For the battle of the number 2 pivots.
Flips to Jalen York on the little fly sweep there.
Not a whole lot happening there.
Smart little wrinkle for the coaching staff here with North Surrey, though. You'll notice that he pitched that forward. Reason you do that is if that ball hits the ground, it's now an incomplete pass, so you never have to worry about fumbling it.
Smart. So here we are now, North Surrey. Williams out of shotgun. Got one man in the backfield. He's got 2 men in motion. There could be an offside there. We'll have to see if they call. They don't. He goes to the air, and it's going to be a beautiful pass, and it's hauled in. We got a touchdown. Carlo Waro with the major. Put North Surrey on the board.
Yep, nice toss there. Puts it right on the money. Jordan Williams does a really nice throw there.
Beautiful pass there as we take a look at number 83.
You're right, though. It did look like number 6 might have been only a couple yards over the line of scrimmage.
No flag on the play,
hey,
though.
That's Canadian football, baby. You pause any CFL snap at the ball movement.
Exactly. There's so many times watching those games.
Every receiver is offside.
Yeah,
every receiver.
Yeah, absolutely. As they'll try to kick it up for just the single point here, as well as you were watching the games earlier on. Those PATs are worth 2 points, and this one is up and... Is it good? I can't tell. My eyes.
It is good. Sorry, that looked a lot like some of the junior bantam kicks that we saw earlier today. Holy smokes!
Oh, can of corn there as well.
Pulling out the old lob wedge there.
Exactly, the 60 wedge.
Oh man,
trying to get it up.
And that may just be what he's been coached to do. Is look, this is a short, especially they're snapping the PATs from the 3-yard line.
Yeah,
this is as short a football kick as you're going to see.
Well, that makes it 7-0 for North Surrey here early on. They catch a break by getting the turnover, and we'll see that. There it is right there. As we see the action of it going through the uprights, but you're right. Yeah, just get that 60 wedge.
Really laid it up there. I think he wanted to try and English it so it stopped before it got out of the end zone. Maybe curl it back to the G there.
There you go, yeah.
The G in Langley.
Daniel Smith, the kicker for the Bears.
So Comox has to weather the early storm. They've taken a gut punch early here, and they're going to need to bounce back quickly. They did receive the opening kickoff, so it does not feel great to immediately be down 7-0 when it was that situation.
A bit of a short one there, and it's fielded by Aram Caparis.
Pretty good return there. That was you're looking at the other team. That's Nicholas Laurie.
Oh my goodness, excuse me.
Speaking of Laurie,
I'll get it right.
We were just talking about a family named Laurie. Us being crossover baseball football guys, both of us.
I'll get it right here. That's Nicholas Laurie. Yes, there we go.
Give the man a break, ladies and gentlemen. He's into hour number 13 of broadcasting this weekend.
That's right. I've been talking a lot this weekend.
It's also getting dark and gloomy out there and around here.
And a good defensive play there as well. Just dog it. Just keeping at it. That's number 23 there, Asher Rolling.
Nice quick sweep around the edge there from the slot. That was Roman, I would assume, Pohe.
Beautiful tackle, though. And I've noticed early on here from the differences for the other game, the speed.
Oh, yeah. Very noticeable. Well, and because this is a level with more developed quarterbacks, this is why you're seeing that 3-man line where they can kind of sling it around the yard a little bit more, right? Not going to be as run-heavy as the younger divisions were likely.
Oh, that's offside. That's way offside. So Crisp, gonna have to. Let's see if there was some motion along the line first, but it looked like the receiver on the far side was 3 to 4 yards.
I mean, the defensive lineman jumped and I don't think got all the way back either. So I'm interested to see if they call both here or if they just pick one.
You see Sandy Baines out there, and of course, Sandy was up here with us for the last game, helping us out with some of the calls.
So they are going to call the offense there, and if I'm North Surrey, it looks like they're already signaling to decline this, but that seems to be the obvious decision here.
And there it is there. So 3rd down now. And that'll...
It's one of the challenges if you get a jump, like if you go on a hard count, you get a jump on offense, you got to make sure like you're drawing attention to whether something is offside or not. So you got to make sure that you're onside as well.
Jalen York is there to field the kick, and he does so right around his 22-yard line and tries to get to the outside, and a big fling tackle there. Big number 38, Hudson Belanger.
You're going to get another 15 on the end of this as he whipped him and finished the tackle well out of bounds here, and that may just be something as simple as
not knowing the sideline.
Well, yeah, the challenge on this field is that the actual sideline is out of bounds here, right? And so I think that red line, I don't think that he clued in that he was out of bounds, and so it's the right call. It's a late hit.
And it's tough to see out there as well. It's not distinguished like the white lines are. It's a little darker, of course, blends into the field a little bit more.
It's starting to get kind of gloomy out here too.
Yeah.
I would say you would expect before this game is over that we're probably going to need to be under the lights.
Oh,
here.
yes. We were under the lights in the last game from yesterday as well. We'll get those fired up. I think there was sometime around halftime yesterday, but the third game yesterday started a little bit earlier as we get another look now at Jordan Williams under center at shotgun. He's got a couple of guys in motion, and he tosses it out this time. Little swing pass out to Warrow.
Ooh,
and he goes the other way this time. Look at the speed on 83 as he's got a first down and a little bit more. Boy, this North Surrey team offensively has come to play early.
And they just look faster right now, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at the faster team in Warrow. That was designed to come to the near sideline, and as soon as he cut back, you could see that he had a lot of room to run to.
Warrow has been...
And that's just, if you're Comox, you have to be disciplined on the backside with your pursuit angles. You cannot just turn and run downfield. You got to have somebody stay at the point of attack and squeeze it.
Keep your eye on 83. He has been a weapon so far for the Bears as they hand the ball off. He cuts in and then goes left. A good tackle there, though. Excellent tackle as the running back was Mate Gavrila. As we'll take another look at it here.
Yeah, it's 31, David Martinez on the tackle. Nice layout tackle. Again, good job by the left side of the North Surrey front to collapse that edge and give their guy the edge. Right? And you got to be disciplined in holding your edge. You cannot get reached on the outside if you're the defensive end.
Heck of a tackle there from Martinez, though, now as we've seen Williams, and he throws it over the middle. He's got a man. Oh, my, couldn't haul it in. Was right there, Grayson Garrar. And wow.
Like any good receiver, as soon as the ball hits the ground, it's a PI call, complaining for the PI.
Of course, yeah. Flag. They always do that.
Like any good DB, too. You get beat for a touchdown. PI, push off.
Yeah. It's never their fault.
Yeah. Back to the defensive end thing. With this three-man line, that contain, defensive ends are coached at pretty much every level and brand of football. They contain first and foremost. Because you're so much tighter to the middle of the field, you need to contain even more so than you would with a five-man line.
And Williams tries to run behind one of his big hogs there, but a beautiful defensive play. That's Ashton Lepard. Great play.
Well, and if you watch the replay here, Lepard does a great job. He sees the play coming to his side, and he expands and makes sure that they can't possibly get outside of him.
So here we are now.
Third down here? Oh, they got first down on the stick. Oh, that was third
turnover
down.
On
mistake.
Down. Yep.
My mistake.
So turnover on downs there for Comox now on offense. And let's see if Crisp can lead his team into the end zone as he starts things off with a quick out. That's swung out to Rowan.
Wow, lots of room.
Poge. And Poge now with a big stiff arm up to the face. And yeah, he's flexing his muscles there as he gets taken down by Jonas Anekwu.
Nice, they just cross Poe across the formation there. It's tough to pick him up, especially in this nine-man game. When you have a receiver coming across the entire field, it's tough to switch zones and pick him up as he crosses the field. And he is wide open underneath there, just a little drag crosser across the formation.
So Crisp now from the 50, and he swings it out. That's going to be picked up
nice
there.
Tackle.
And a nice tackle there. You're absolutely right. Picked up by Caden Jacques.
That's a textbook tackle there. Aram Kaparis coming up, number 12 there, and he just attacks him right around the hips and thighs, wraps and finishes and twists to get him to the ground. That's really good tackling.
7-0 North Surrey here. They scored on their first offensive possession. Let's take another look at the replay here.
Swing pass to the left there, and watch Kaparis, number 12, come up and just attack right at the near hip, wrap, twist, and get him to the ground. As we got the quarterback scrambling here to the left. A little bit of a broken-looking play, actually.
Yeah. Well, broken play there as Crisp really has nowhere to go. So this is going to bring up third down. And third down and about 8 from the 39-yard line. Yeah, I call it 7.
And they're going to keep the offense on the field, bring an extra blocker in. Looked like he wasn't even ready to go.
They hand it off and right into the arms of Avery Boyd, number 42. He's been everywhere so far for the Bears, and they get a stop on D.
Yeah, it's another turnover on downs here, and interesting play call on 3rd and 8 to hand off. I know they were trying to get some misdirection going on there, but it was like they almost approached that. They bring in the extra blocker. They almost approached it like it was like 3rd and 2.
Yeah.
Anyway, so North Surrey takes over here with fairly decent field position, just outside their own 35.
Do you think at that point, though, it's just, a matter of ball protection and maybe a gap opens up and you sort of hope in a prayer sort of thing?
No, I don't think so. Not at this point in the game and not at that point on the field.
Gotcha. So there you go. Jordan Williams runs into no man's land. Might have got a yard, maybe 2 there.
Yeah, there is a flag down, though. I think they're going to get one of his receivers for going a little too far over the line of scrimmage this time.
As we see here on the replay, tries to stiff arm his way out of there, but runs into 2 Raiders, and that's number 95 that helps bring him down.
They are in fact going to back this up, and it was a receiver being a little over the line of scrimmage there, so
they're going to have to get their coordinated on the snap. We've seen it a couple times now.
Well, and this is something that can be a challenge in the Canadian game when you have free waggling from everybody, right?
Yeah. Ashton Leopard.
You got to be able to time that up properly, and in the modern day too, like a lot of these receivers are looking for the snap. They're not actually listening for it like you used to back in the day.
So Williams now tosses it out and able to pick up just a couple. Is he able to get? No, just
past the original.
Just past
stick
the
there,
original
yeah.
stick there. So
it's
nothing
nice
doing
play,
here.
It's a nice little play though. Like it's a static formation, but they bring 3 receivers out to their left there, and then they just leak the back out underneath them and turn it into kind of a de facto screen play here.
And that's Matai.
Nice job to just try and get the ball. And with the fewer players on the field, it's nice to just try and get the ball out to the flanks, get it out quickly, and get your guys some space to work with.
Matai Gravilla there. As we take another look at Jordan Williams, as he goes out of shotgun and he's looking to pass, and he goes over. Beautiful catch there, and it's hauled in. That's Warrow, and Warrow now takes it deep into the Comox territory, deep into the Comox Valley, if you will.
Well, he's a good little player, hey?
Yeah, Warrow has looked great so far.
Really smooth bringing that ball in. It's a good throw by Jordan Williams, but
beautiful catch, yeah.
It's a really nice catch. Extends every little bit of that 5'7" frame.
Yeah, Carlo Warrow, that is. And we got a little bit of an injury time out here, so we'll hear from the referee first. Did we have some laundry on the field? I don't think so.
No, it's in Sandy's contract though.
Yeah. 7-0. North Surrey leading here. We'll pause for a moment for the injury timeout. You're watching the Midget 9-man provincial championship here from McLeod Stadium in Langley. All right, back into the action here now as North Surrey looking to get themselves back into the end zone as it's Williams. And he goes handoff this time. Cuts out to the left. He's got a man to beat. Look at the speed here. Oh, my. And he's hauled down. What a run there. Gavrila.
We've seen him do that a couple times, and they show the quick screen to the right, and then they come back and give the handoff to the left there. It's kind of like a run-pass option look. I'm not going to call it a run-pass option or an RPO because they almost certainly didn't have the actual option in there, but it looks like that. And it's designed to just get the defender stepping one way and then hit it back going the other direction.
A good tackle there by Hudson Belanger, preventing another score. As he keeps it himself now, does Williams, and he runs it up the gut. His feet are still moving. He's still going. Oh, my, look at that. That is going to be a first down, and they're going to be first and goal now.
And the extra effort here, you can feel the momentum behind this Surrey squad, and Comox, it feels like they're just kind of hanging on right now. Actually, I think it felt like they shortchanged him on the spot a little bit there. They marked him all the way outside the 3-yard line.
Yeah.
I thought he fell down inside the 2.
Well, let's take a look at it here. As the feet are still
Absolutely
moving.
shortchanged him on the spot. That should be about the 1.5-yard line. Anyway, still a first down, so first and goal for North Surrey here, and Comox hasn't really shown the ability to stop them yet. So Comox looks ready for an inside run here, but Surrey's not so much set up for that.
And Williams calls his own number, the QB keeper, and nope, this time he's going to run into a wall of Raiders.
And that is Comox guessing correctly what North Surrey wanted to do. North Surrey tried to show a spread formation to start with there and then motion their guys into the box to run it, but Comox was set up to stop the run the entire time. And so North Surrey just kind of ran into the teeth of it.
Well, second down now for the Bears. Raiders trying to get a stop here. Down 7.
Brought in some extra linemen now.
There's Williams. And, yeah, going to call his own number once again. Tries to punch it in the side. Can he get in there? Can he get in there? Feet are still moving. That's going to be backwards progress there. So,
interesting.
Williams.
So this will be an interesting decision here. Do you keep your foot on the gas and try and add 7 more here? Or do you take the 3? At least one of the North Surrey guys is signaling that they want to kick. But I got to be honest,
And look at this spot as well. Like this is actually a little more generous than what we saw in that run. So
for me, like worst case scenario, you turn the ball over here, like get under center, keep it simple, and if you turn the ball over here, good luck getting 109 yards to score.
We're gonna call his number once again.
Yep.
He is, and he's gonna try to get him so he can't. Look at that! What a stop there from Comox.
Big stuff there on the goal line.
Wow. Make a mental note of that one. See if that comes back to bite the Bears later on in this game. But, wow, in the red zone and come out with nothing do North Surrey.
Yeah, I mean, the old school football coaches out there will be hollering about, oh, why did they stay in the shotgun on the goal line? Listen, I get it, and I understand that. But if you run your entire offense out of shotgun, the last thing you want to do is change up that key mechanic when it matters the most.
But isn't that a play, the goal line play, that you should be practicing under center?
Yeah, I mean, most coaches will make sure that they have something like that in their book, but I think it's a perfectly understandable decision to make to say, look, I just don't want to. Remember earlier today we were talking about expensive plays?
Yeah.
Right? If you have to change up the entire mechanic of your snap from what your offense is doing,
it's too costly.
That's expensive.
Gotcha.
Right? And for some, the expense is worth it.
Yeah.
But I do understand going the other direction and saying, look, I just don't want to commit the time to having something that I think we could do, 60% as effective in the limited scenarios where we're using this.
Gotcha. So Chris now coming out of the end zone himself, and he does so well. But the ball's on the field, but he's down at that point. So good run out as he's had his back up against the wall there against the goal line.
Yeah, that was sorely needed for Comox there to get out from the shadow of their own goalpost. And he's got to be careful, though. He actually was very close to landing on top of the tackler there before the ball came out.
Exactly, and he's still live at that point. We've seen that many times in the NFL game.
So
let's see now if the Bears can.
So a full first down there. Let's get the replay queued up real quick here.
And he was more than up against his goal line. He was in his own end zone. So
I think that was actually a fumble.
A good play there, yeah, because he wasn't down, right?
He landed, he was tackled, but he landed on top of the ball carrier,
so
and
still
then
alive,
or on top of the tackler, and then the ball came out. That actually should have been a fumble there.
So Morgan Chris might have got away with one, and Comox will hurry things up. They don't want him to.
Deep incompletion on first down, so they go to 2nd and 10 quickly here.
They don't have video review at this level, do they?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, they don't have challenge flags, that's for sure. They just send it up to us so we can make the call.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so here we are now on 2nd down. And Crisp trying to get something going. And he looks downfield, doesn't see anything. Oh, that was a really risky play.
Man, that almost looked like he deliberately tried
to
toss that.
Yes. We'll definitely want to see the replay of that one, but I think you're absolutely right.
And if that's the case, like
here it is.
If I'm his coach, we're having a conversation right now.
What the hell are you thinking? It's right.
No.
Oh no,
yeah,
it came out.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll take that one back.
But yeah, nonetheless, it's twice in 3 plays that he's put the ball on the ground. He needs to be careful here. I don't think it has started raining again. I can't tell that it has at this point. So there's really not an excuse for that type of ball protection.
And they punt it. It's a high one, but it doesn't go super far. And it's fielded right around the 47, and he goes down around the 46. So not getting very far there on the tackle.
That's another really nice open field tackle there, James Francis.
Yeah.
Really securing a nice tackle in the open field against a shifty dude in Carlo Waro.
We'll see there as he just finishes off the tackle. Yeah, you're right. Waro is one of the guys that you're going to want to key on if you're Comox. And the end of the first quarter here as they're going to switch things up on the field. But we're through the first cue, and it's 7-0. North Surrey Bears leading the Comox Raiders here in the Midget 9-man Provincial Championship from McLeod Stadium. Yeah, and there's where you can get in touch with me. I'm at Andrew Wadden. He's at G.A. Randall on Twitter. We've had a few people DMing us already. We appreciate those.
Speak for yourself. They go for the head guy. I'm getting nothing.
We appreciate everybody that's watching here on Sports Canada TV. And, yeah, it's been a great day of football here out at McLeod. But North Surrey now is going to go to the air and air it out. He comes back towards it. What a catch there. Grayson Guerrero with the catch. And that is going to get deep into the Comox area, into the red zone for the Bears.
They call him the Iron Horse, Grayson Guerrero.
I like it.
Anyway, that was a really nice adjustment to the ball in the air there as Williams put it a little bit inside of the receiver, tight coverage, and he comes back to make the play underneath the ball there.
Yeah, Colby Daniels draped all over him, but still able to make the play. So let's see what Williams has got now on first down inside the red zone as they hand the ball off to Gavrila. And Gavrila now doesn't really go too far, picks up a few yards on the play.
Yeah, Nicholas Laurie was having none of it on that one. And we've seen Gavrila dance around a little bit on that play a couple times today, but like I said, this time Nicholas Laurie was not letting him get away.
A nice play there from Laurie. Oh, North Surrey now on second down, 9 to go. In shotgun once again is Williams. He's got a man in motion, and he looks to the right side. There's a bunch of receivers there, and see who's going to come down with it. Oh, my God, what a catch.
He dropped it.
Oh, no.
He almost David Tyree that. He almost David Tyree this catch.
Oh, my, Daniel Smith. Oh, my, he had me fooled. Let's see the replay on that one. Holy.
Oh.
What a play. I thought Daniel Smith had hauled this one down. As you see Williams there, he had 3 receivers in the area. Or 2 receivers. Oh, just about. You're absolutely right, but just couldn't haul it in. So
that was shades of David Tyree.
You're
He was pinning it
right.
to the top of his helmet there. Holy smokes.
So they're going to kick the field goal here as Daniel Smith looks to line it up. Williams will be the holder. See if they get a good snap. They do. Gets it down. Gets it up. And it's good. Put 3 more on the board for North Surrey as they take a 10-0 lead.
Referee lost his hat. He just noticed.
So Daniel Smith
Pretty
with
sure
the field goal.
He hit the brim of his hat while he was signaling field goal. Got about 10 yards downfield before he went, wait a second.
It's been a long day for the Stripes as well.
Yeah.
But we do appreciate everybody that has tuned in here throughout the day. It's been some fantastic football action, capped off by this great Midget 9-man championship. And so far, it's been all North Surrey in this one. They're up 10 buzz over the Comox Raiders, 10:09 to go in the first half.
And that's despite getting stuffed on a goal-to-go possession as well, right? Comox might actually be a little bit fortunate to only be down 10 at this point in time, and so they're going to have to try and muster up a counter punch against a North Surrey squad that looks like they're flying pretty high right now.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of juice there from the boys in black. You know, they build them are big in the island there.
They do indeed, yeah.
Oh, what's this? Oh, that's going to be – there's a flag right away on the play. The ball didn't go far enough, I don't think.
I think it might actually be an offside, but North Surrey did. Yeah, they're going to call it offside.
Yeah.
North Surrey did recover it, but feels like everybody kind of knew right away that was not going to stand up. Muted celebration. So somebody got a little bit antsy and was ahead of the ball at the kick there.
So we'll take a look here as we see from the replay.
Number 21 there, you can see on the near side, was well ahead of the ball when it was kicked.
Picked up his own kick. Daniel Smith did.
So they're going to back this up 5, and I would suggest that they're probably going to try and kick it deeper this time around because they're backed up.
Interesting call on the onside kick there.
I liked it. They executed it really, like the kicker himself executed it almost perfectly.
Yeah.
And then, a guy, 3 men outside of him goes offside. That's not what you want.
So Daniel Smith this time with a more of a line drive shot as it's scooped up right around the 26-yard line, and then there. Oh, the ball's on the turf, but it's picked up again by Comox. Boy, they are going to have to get some ball control going.
Grayson Guerrer, who had that long reception in the last offensive possession, was the one making the tackle there, and too bad the returner just missed his block just a little bit. He was coming left here, and he got Garrett. Watch this. So when he gets to the left edge here, you can see Garrett's got outside leverage. All he needs to do is cut up inside of that, and he's got some real estate, but he runs right into the tackler.
And not only that, just sort of a little nonchalant with the ball. Want to tuck that in, get it tight.
Absolutely, and that's been a theme for Comox so far today. They're going to have to tighten that aspect of their game up here. So
Crisp now out of shotgun, and they hand it off. It goes to Poge, and Poge now takes it out to the right side, but it ends up out of bounds.
Yeah, he seems to be one of the guys that they want to get the ball into the hands of, and he's a quick little guy too, Roman Poge there. So I was cringing when he started bubbling so deep into the backfield to try and get around the edge, but he made the corner, and he is able to pick up six or 7 yards on the play.
So here we are now on second down, 4 to go, and they hand it off once again. Right there, though, what a stop, and that is the big boy, Michael Jenkins, with the stop. Big number 10 says, not in my house.
Yeah, knifed right through the middle of the offensive line there. Jenkins is the nose tackle for this North Surrey defense. And on 2nd and 4, Comox gets basically nothing. And they're left with decision here. They're keeping the offense on the field.
Oh, this could be risky here. Down 10 already. Let's see what they can do now. As Chris hands it off, they got to try to get to that outside edge, and they cut it up and in, and they do. Nice play there as Sebastian Lambert picks up the first down for Comox.
Yeah, they go with the sweep here, and they're able to get to the edge. And a big first down for the Comox Raiders.
Yeah, the announcer was quite into that as well. And this is what you want to see, though. You want to see a good battle here in this championship game, and so far it's been all North Surrey. So Comox has taken one to the chin. Let's see if they can counterpunch here. As now under center is Crisp. He looks to the outside, hits his man, and that's Raiden O'Toole. Raiden O'Toole able to kick it up, maybe get 3 or 4 on that one.
Yeah, good job by him to get upfield there. I felt like that ball hung up just a little bit. You always got to be careful, too. He started under center here and then immediately threw it out to the wing. You got to be real careful because that's got to go right over the defensive end. That's a potential danger zone situation.
Yeah, you almost want, in that sort of situation, to start in the shotgun there.
Yes, you do.
Sort of spread yourself out.
Yeah,
but
create a throwing lane for yourself.
So here he is again, under center is Crisp. He's got one man to his back. He's got one man in motion now, and he hands it off to the man in motion. That's Rowan Poget.
And he will get the first down from the look of it from here. So nifty little kind of misdirection play there with Poget coming into the middle of the box and then swinging it to the outside once he gets through the line of scrimmage. So nice little play design there and a nice different look from the Comox Raiders offense.
Fresh set of downs as well as they start off from the 45-yard line of North Surrey. So inching their way down the field. Definitely want to get on the board here before the half. They're already stuck 10 early, and that's definitely offside, but it wasn't called. And hands it off to the back, and big tackle there. Oh, my. Elijah Copeland coming in and laying the wood.
Yeah, they wanted to try and get the kick out and get up inside of that, and the defensive end did a good job of collapsing that kickoff. That's Logan Ricks out there, number 76. Collapses the edge there, forces them to bounce it outside, and Elijah Copeland cleans him up.
So here we go now as Comox at second and let's call it 9.5 out of the shotgun. It's a good snap. It's clean. He throws a wobbler. That gets almost picked off. Oh, my. Asher Rolling was right there.
Nice break on the ball there.
Absolutely. What a play by number 23. Just about getting the pick. But, yeah, you throw that wobbler, you're going to have to be careful.
3rd and 9 here. Pedal to the floor for the Raiders.
Oh, yeah, out of shotgun as well. And that receiver on the far side was about 5 yards offside. But this is all coming back here as he takes it to the house. But it's all coming back. You can see the receiver on the far side holding on to his face mask. He was at least 3 to 4 yards offside on the play.
Oh, and that's a couple times in this series that the same guy has looked like he's been over the line of scrimmage, and this time it was just too much to ignore.
Sebastian Lambert there, I believe. It was at 17 or 11?
17.
Yeah, that's
sure, yeah.
Sebastian Lambert. Unfortunately, that one's going to come back, and that one's got a bite. As Morgan Crisp had daylight in front of him, and this one's coming back.
So now 3rd and 14 for Comox, and that hurts when you feel like you've converted 3rd and 9.
Yeah, big time. But they're going to have to be careful here. We've seen a few that they've gotten away with in terms of the motion. And here he goes, Chris from shotgun, and they got the man in motion once again. Lambert's going to have to be careful. This time he goes deep, airs it on out, and is the catch made?
Yep.
It looks like it is, and what a catch it is. Poget with the reception, and they are now deep into North Surrey's area and knocking on the door.
Yeah, that floated right through the hands of the coverage guy, Elijah Copeland, in coverage there. Looked like he was in position to make a play, and he just missed the ball, and Poget just fell right underneath it to secure the catch. Great job by him. Really impressive performance so far from number 88 in white.
Look at this.
Just misses the swat, and I think he actually caught it right in his midsection, maybe even squeezed it between his legs.
I would have loved to have seen that from the other side.
Yeah.
But we'll work with what we got here.
Call the Fox on NFL crew.
Yeah. Any cameramen in the area? Bring your camera with you. We need multiple angles.
I had another one here this morning. I should have asked him to stay.
See? Come on, Gordo. So 10-0 here for North Surrey.
I don't sign his checks. So.
But Comox is knocking on the door here, as mentioned.
Yeah, nice run there on first down by Caden Jacques. Got a nice solid 5-yard chunk. First time we've called that name today.
Caden Jacques is to Chris right there, and Chris looks to throw, and he's looking for Lambert, and he makes up for the mistake. Yes, he does. Touchdown, Sebastian Lambert, as the Comox Raiders get on the board. It's 10-6.
Another really nice adjustment in the air to that ball there, as it was supposed to go over the receiver's outside shoulder. And instead, Crisp kind of puts it more towards the middle of the field, but it actually kind of worked in their favor because Lambert makes the adjustment, and watch 23, the defensive back here in coverage. He gets twisted around just as the receiver does. And in some ways, the ball placement throws him open.
Great play there. He's going to kick the extra point, or at least try to get it up and through, and he does it with authority as well. So Sebastian Lambert gets the touchdown and the extra point. Make it 10-7 now as Comox cuts into North Surrey's lead here in the Midget 9-man Provincial Championship. You see a replay of the kick there, and he kicked that one like he meant it. Beautiful drive there from Comox. So they're starting to find their legs now, and it's punch, counter punch at this point, and Comox able to get one back in there, and 4:09 to go before the half. So big to get on the scoreboard before they take the break.
Yeah, really nice drive from Comox there, and making up for a penalty that set them back. They converted a 3rd and 14 on that drive. There's a lot of things for them to feel good about after that possession. When it felt like coming out of the gates here that Surrey was ready to kind of blow the doors off of them, and Comox has hung around. They get that goal line stop, and then they get back with the major here, and we got ourselves a football game here.
Matthew Price going to kick things off here for Comox, and just sort of looking around the area. Looks to be some clouds coming in. Perhaps we might get some rain here tonight. We'll have to see. As this one sort of gets by, that would be Jalen Rourke. And Jalen York, that is, excuse me. He runs it up the side. But look at this, though. He's still going. He gets to the 50-yard line, and oh, my, what a run. That's massive for North Surrey.
That's great stuff. Yeah, with 4 minutes left in the half, and you get this huge return, and now all of a sudden you are in points mode again. Not that you were going to just run out the clock with 4 minutes left, but great little start to the drive as you try and add on here before the half.
Take a look there, just finds that seam along the left side, cuts back in. Nice play there, and a good tackle as well by Laurie. So they'll start things off here around the, the 47-yard line of Comox. Will North Surrey. Bears looking to add to their lead. They're up 10-7, 3:52 to go here in the first half. The provincial championship of the Midget 9-man on the line here. Earlier today, we saw in the junior bantam 12, Saanich top North Delta 34-8. And the early game today was the junior bantam 9-man, which saw Coquitlam top Vernon 35-26. So it's been a very good day of football action here at McLeod Stadium. But yeah, look at this cloud to our right here, Gord. It looks like there could be some weather coming in.
Starting to get a little misty looking in that direction too. Although I felt that a couple times today, and it hasn't materialized yet. So let's go visit our friends at the Weather Network.
There you go. We don't have a weather guy on the broadcast today. No, can't tap into them. All right.
Unfortunately, no. Mike Trout was off today.
Out of the budget. I see. All right. So let's see now. North Surrey. Jordan Williams under center. He's under shotgun, that is. In shotgun as he's got 2 men. That was offside as well. Yeah, there's the call right there as he airs it out. But that is going to come back, though, as a nice throw and catch there. But looked like the far receiver, perhaps even the one that caught it. I believe that was Waro that was offside. But let's see. It was. He's the receiver that caught the ball. He's injured at the moment.
I would say, based on the fact that the referees on both sides of the line of scrimmage do that, there are probably multiple culprits on that play. But and it's good to see our light standards have just started warming up. So as it's getting dark and gloomy out there pretty quickly.
See if we can get a replay of that as well. I'd like to see who was offside on the play. I believe it was Waro, who you see injured there. Sandy Baines.
It's only one of those instances, the guy laying out to try and make a play, and he doesn't have a chance to brace himself before he hits the turf. So that's probably why he's not feeling so great right now. But
we got a shot of the sideline there of the North Surrey Bears as Waro continues to be attended to.
And this is the double-edged sword of the waggle, right? You have to have it really tight on your releases, and you have to coach up your receivers that, hey, like, you should be trying to aim to be, you've already got a full run at it, you should be trying to aim to be a yard behind the ball when the ball is snapped. That way you give yourself a buffer zone. But so many of these receivers want to get as much of an advantage as they can, and they push it and push it. and eventually they push it too far. But how many? That's been what, 3 or 4 between the two teams?
Between both teams, really, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, got to get their timing down for sure. And big concern, though, from the North Surrey sideline because 83, Carlo Waro has been one of their best players so far, and, of course, he's got the major for them.
Well, and the other little cheat that I like to do for that to help my receivers get their eyes in the right place is I like to coach them to waggle in towards the ball just ever so slightly.
So you're kind of angling in at it?
Yeah. Not too much, right? Unless you specifically, like you can change waggles to specifically create angles, but just ever so slightly so that they're already facing the ball and they can get that visual cue as well,
All right, so here, the handoff there, and that's going to go to Gavrilla. And Gavrilla with the run there.
Yeah, Gavrilla's been a source of pretty consistent yardage all day long, really, in the run game for North Surrey.
So the Bears now on 2nd down and 8. And they're at the 45-yard line. Williams sets up in shotgun. And, the receivers get in motion. And instead they go to the reverse there. And, nothing doing as Jalen York runs into a wall. Big stop there from Comox.
That's a great play by Ashton Lepard. He was just not biting on that. You'll see 95 right here, and he's just all over that misdirection play. And he tried to strip the ball out, making the tackle too. He was really on top of that. Nice play.
Yeah, tried to get the rip there, but
and that's a stop. Like that's going to force a punt in this situation with 2:45 and counting left on the clock here. So a big stop for Comox, who again continues to. It's not even fair to just call it hanging around anymore. I think they continue to really battle in this game, and they've got a chance to tie or even take the lead here before the half.
Well, the field, it looked like it was going to be tilted early on in this game for North Surrey, but Comox has weathered the storm and have got themselves back into it, and this is a big one here on 3rd down as they'll punt it away. Nope.
They fake it.
They fake it, and is it going to be enough?
I think he might be a yard short. He got close to it, but I think he's just short here, Andrew.
Wondering on that play there why they were going to punt. It just looked like perhaps with field position that they could try to go for it, and that they did, but it's going to be a turnover on down. So
about almost 2 yards short in the end there.
The Raiders are going to get this one back with 2:11 to go in the half. They could take the lead, tie it up, or take the lead. A field goal would tie things up. A touchdown would give them their first lead of the game.
Despite the fact we've got 2 successful PATs and a field goal on the board, I would not say that this has been a game for kicking enthusiasts.
No,
so
not
far.
really. Yeah. So here we go now.
Not that I'm one of them, but
Morgan, you're not a big punt guy, right?
Or field goal guy.
Morgan Crisp now scrambles to get himself a few yards, and he does. He's able to shed a tackle and just runs right into. Oh no, he's still going. Oh, he steps out of bounds. Wow,
that was very close.
As
I
Copeland
thought he might have
was
stayed
right
in there.
there.
I thought he might have stayed in there. I see some surprised looks on the sideline too. I don't know that he stepped out.
Well, here we go. We get a closer look at it. As he's still in bounds, still in bounds, still in bounds.
Never, wasn't even close.
Still in bounds. Wow. Oh. Unbelievably bad call there.
Rough. That's rough.
Yeah, we'll see if we can dial that one up once again, because that was, we'll get back to that in just a moment here as we see now.
There's that end around that they've run a couple times already to Poje.
Comox throws it out, and Poje ends up taking it out what looks like the first down there.
You're seeing the momentum pendulum continue to swing in this game, hey?
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden it feels like Comox really has momentum behind what they're doing here, and it's swung really in the other direction. The Surrey guys are going to have to regroup and try and dig in here because they've got a lot of time left on the clock.
Here's that play once again. Let's take a look at it once again here, and that is the red line is your boundary. He is not even close.
Yeah,
that's tough. That is absolutely tough. Doesn't matter now, though, nonetheless, as Morgan Crisp hands the ball
Puts the
off,
ball on the ground.
And, oh, no, this is not going to be a turnover, is it?
He never even got that handoff.
And, oh, my.
And it is Logan Ricks who comes up with the free ball.
North Surrey with the turnover just when Comox was starting to get some momentum. 90 seconds to go here in the first half. And
that is a big break, and it was a botched exchange from the outset. He just never even got that ball.
Wow. So Comox was starting to feel it a little bit, but now they're back on defense. See what North Surrey can dial up as Jordan Williams rallies up his team. They're in motion once again. They fill up the right side, but they go left and tries to get away from his defender. Defender throws him backwards, but he's able to reverse the field and cuts things back up, but a whole lot of nothing going on there for Carlo Waro. So he ends up getting a few yards on that play, but yeah, has to flip the field and go the other way and reverse it. So maybe not to take away from that play. He did get a few yards, but really had to work for those few yards.
Dude is electric. He's provocative. Gets people going.
Jordan Williams now calls his own number and tries to get through the line.
That
he does. He's going to get the first down. Oh, and lowers the shoulder there as well. Nice strong play there from Jordan Williams.
And what you've seen the last couple plays from North Surrey is you have just seen their players simply out-athleting the defense. You know, Jordan Williams there, the blocking was not particularly good, but he makes a sharp cutback and he just beats the defensive end on the backside to get outside and get himself some space. You know, Waro on the play before, that play is eaten up right around the line of scrimmage, and he makes a cutback, goes against the grain, and he just outruns three guys that had angles on him.
The only issue I have with that play is just how much energy it spends for a player like Waro, who, of course, is going to be a big piece of this offense for North Surrey.
Yeah, well, and a lot of time.
Yeah,
a lot of time,
true,
right?
True.
When you're short on time, like that play alone took about 20 seconds off the clock.
You see the split screen there as both teams sort of huddling up.
Huddle game.
As they take a timeout. 1:01 to go here in the first half. North Surrey up by 3, 10-7. And it's a great crowd here as well. We had a good crowd earlier on. The island folk, they travel. They really do.
Yeah, when the ferries are operating properly.
That is true. So here we are now.
It's not a windy day, so they're good.
Jordan Williams out of shotgun. He's got nobody in the backfield with him, so he's going to be looking pass. And that he does, and he hits his man Waro. But Waro has got a defender right up in his grill. That's David Martinez. And Martinez able to get a nice tackle there for Comox.
And this is, while North Surrey is making progress here, like this is kind of what Comox wants with the amount of time left on the clock. Comox wants to make them, make tackles in bounds, make them take a long time and take this up in little chunks.
Getting a little help there from James Francis as well on the tackle. So Williams out of shotgun. And he looks right, but then he goes left instead, and he's got a man. It's wide open. What a catch there. That's York. Jalen York. Yeah, point that first down mark. What a catch there from number 6.
Nice ball from Williams there. That was a dime right on the money. And York just needed one step on his cover guy.
I love the fake there as well. They really loaded up on the right side. He sort of looked right away, but then goes left.
Yep. Funny thing is, it didn't entirely work in that the safety was in the neighborhood. That's what he's trying to do there, is he's trying to look off the safety and create space for his guy, but he just put a dime right in there.
So North Surrey now looking to pass again, and once again they hit their man.
Great stuff from North Surrey here, and they do still have a timeout on the clock. Are they going to? No, they're going to try and squeeze another play in here.
That's Grayson Guerrer on the catch.
I think they want to leave a timeout in their pocket and make sure that they can at least kick, if nothing else here. So they're just going to move quickly. Remember, the clock stops while the ball's being reset.
So here we go now as Williams throws end zone. He's got a man there, and it's a touchdown. Has he got it in? Yes, he does. Touchdown for North Surrey. Grayson Guerrer with the major. And North Surrey adding to its lead, and boy, that turnover by Comox really bites them in the butt.
Yeah, Jordan Williams was really feeling it on that possession. Yeah. They just roll him out to the right here. This is a nice scheme to give a quarterback when you're in deep like this. It cuts the field in half, gives him a simpler read on his throw. And if he's comfortable throwing on the run like Williams is, You know, like that's he doesn't have to read a whole lot there, which is great, and he just puts the ball right on the money for Gare.
And the kick is up, and it is good. So that's going to be 17-7 now. North Surrey extends its lead. And just 9 seconds to go before the half.
Yeah, that is a really big, really clutch drive for North Surrey to open things up here before the half. Take advantage of the turnover, work the clock, and manage it perfectly. Now you're just about, stranger things have happened, but you're just about locked into a 10-point lead at the half, and you got to feel pretty good about yourself, even though there's been a few back and forths in this first half.
Yeah, North Surrey came out with the first 10 points on the board. Comox countered, and now North Surrey with a major of their own. And now North Surrey puts another 7 on the board. So the 10-point lead there, but boy, opportunity missed by Comox, who was deep inside North Surrey's territory and then ends up turning over the ball. And points off of turnovers, they're major.
Well, and the frustrating thing if you're Comox is that it didn't, like, North Surrey didn't even really force that turnover.
No.
You just gave it to him.
You just gave it to him. And Daniel Smith kicks things off, and it's fielded there by Hudson Belanger. 1 second ticks off on that play. Interesting kick. Thought maybe they would have put it up in the air, try to get some
I might have squibbed it a little bit deeper in the formation, but
yeah.
Remember that clock does not start until the return team touches the ball.
True. But still, though, if you kick it out, somewhere around the 25, 30-yard line.
Well, no, that's why I'm saying that you usually want to squib kick it there because it gets downfield quickly and it forces someone to pick it up quickly, right? That's why they do that. They kick it low so it's on the ground and it gets picked up quicker, and so it can run more time off the clock.
All right, 8 seconds to go here for Morgan Crisp. Let's see if he can be Crisp and get him down into the end zone with very little time. But this could do it right here, but no, overthrows his receiver. Intended receiver was Poge.
Yeah, he just missed his throw just a little bit there. It looked like had he stuck it inside the sidelines, he might have had his guy, but it just faded a little bit to the sideline.
So 3 seconds now here left in the half. Let's see if Comox elects to try to throw it downfield, or maybe they just sort of do a little ball protection and run out the half. We'll have to see now. As Crisp in shotgun, he's got one back to his right. And nope, they're going to air it out. He's going to look deep ball. Nope. Yes, he is. He is going to look deep ball. Oh, he doesn't. He throws away a pick. This is dangerous.
Nice
Good thing
tackle.
they're able to get the tackle there.
Important tackle.
Rolling gets the interception, and that's going to be the end of the half as North Surrey takes a 10-point lead into the break here in the Midget Division 9-man Provincial Championship from McLeod Stadium in Langley. We'll be back after the half. And welcome back into McLeod Stadium here. The Midget 9-man provincial championship between the North Surrey Bears and the Comox Raiders. A good first half of action as North Surrey has a 17-7 lead here. Sort of break down how things started off. North Surrey took the lead with 7-0 with a touchdown from Carlo Waro. Then they made it 10-0 on a field goal. Comox came back to make it 10-7. And then another touchdown by North Surrey late in the first half made it 17-7, and that's where we stand here. Second half as North Surrey fields the ball.
Grayson Guerra returning the opening kickoff there, and with North Surrey getting the ball first here in the second half, this is a crucial series right out of the gate here because 24-7 looks a lot worse than 17-7.
Comox had a real critical turnover late in the half, and North Surrey was able to go down and put 7 more on the board. So we'll see where we're at now here in the second half, see if the Bears can build off of this. Have they swing the ball out to Waro, who flips the field again and goes the other way and tries to get the edge, but he can't. What a tackle there. And he's taken down. That is Colby Daniels. Great stop. And I don't know if I necessarily dig that play. It's a lot of work for what you're trying to get, basically.
Yeah, it's a tough kid to coach, and a really good athlete, but just
it's a lot to ask.
No interest in running the play that's called.
Yeah.
Honestly, he caught that ball and he had a seam to stick it up the field like he is designed to do, and he just wants to run around the far side edge and flip it back again. And I get it. It worked for him really well early on. It worked for him less well last time out, and it worked for him even less well this time. So they also take a blocking penalty of some sort down the field there, and they're going to back themselves up. And that blocking penalty down the field probably doesn't happen if you're not running back against the grain across the entire field.
Yeah. And you've got a 10-point lead here, so you just want to play, some clean football. And in a play like that where
it's just a matter of discipline, right? It's a matter of trusting stuff to run as designed and not playing hero ball.
All right, let's see now. Williams is going to go to the air. His man is open, but he overthrows his receiver, and the intended receiver there was Daniel Smith.
It looks like he just never really saw the ball there, and
I don't blame him. It's hard to see here.
I'm starting to wonder, the lights are on here, but they don't, it feels like they can't possibly be at full steam. It's pretty dim out there, and I think it was Matej Gavrila, actually. And it looked like he just never picked the ball up until it was too late.
So you can see from these low shots here, it looks bright, but once we get the...
Believe me, though, I heard our crew talking during the halftime break, and they are cranking their cameras up to as bright as they possibly can to make it look like that.
So Jordan Williams over the middle. Nice catch there by Guerrero.
That's a nice little pitch and catch there as Guerrero running a crossing route across the middle there. And Williams just hits him right in the chest with a really, really nice little play there to turn this. Oh, sorry.
No, not
I was
even.
looking at the wrong stick. My bad.
Yep.
So third, they're going to come up about 7 yards short there, and Comox gets that stop that they were looking for out of the gate here.
You're going to have to punt it away here, North Surrey. And if Comox is going to try to get themselves back in, this is going to be a big possession here early. Want to set the tone in the second half. They really started to change the momentum, it felt like, in the first half, and then that turnover just drained it all as they boot it up. It's a high ball. It's going to land somewhere around the 52. Or no, it's going to go out of bounds there. That's right. You got to maintain that boundary. It is not the white line. It is that red line you see right there.
52 is right, though. That's pretty much right where they're marking it.
And Lambert, who picked it up, yeah, you're absolutely right. So 52 yards. So my eyes aren't deceiving me.
Nice hang time on that kick from, I think that was Gavrila back there. The running back doubling, moonlighting as a punter.
Daniel Smith, actually.
First punt, I believe, that we've seen from North Surrey today.
So
pretty good field position to start the second half for Comox. Although this is not exactly what you want, but they just took a timeout. That's not what you want to do to start the second half. And the coach isn't even on the field right now. The referee signaled timeout by Comox. Maybe he pointed in the wrong direction.
We see it off the board there as well. I just see one. So.
Yeah, like, well, the North Surrey coaches are in the huddle, but it's the Comox coaches just never came out. So now the North Surrey coaches are like, hey, like, that was a timeout, right? We are supposed to be here. Right?
All right, so let's see what the Raiders have dialed up here as Morgan Crisp will try to lead his offense.
Man, that could potentially come back to haunt you. Like, your first offensive possession, you should be organized coming out of the half.
Absolutely. So let's see what Crisp has here. As a few guys in motion, they go for the swing pass out to the side and able to get some positive yardage. Can he get through? Good tackle there, but what a catch and run from Poge.
Yeah, he has been the electric playmaker on this offense, and he makes a great catch and run here. Clearly a play just designed to get him into space, but he makes a nice little shuffle and then cuts upfield and just bursts through to turn the sticks over there. Interesting formation, too. They had no wideout. You're going to see the same formation here. No wideout on the left at all. You have tight end over there, and both running backs are to the right of the quarterback here.
Let's see if they try to use that as a decoy, though, and go left. And no, they don't. Little fake on the handoff there, and Crisp takes it up. That's going to be a first down.
Yeah, I think that's a different type of misdirection there. That's more of what we call a veer misdirection, which is when you're trying to misdirect the defense on the same side of the field. So they deliberately motioned Poge early there, and they wanted to widen the defensive end so they could hit up inside of it, and that's exactly what the quarterback did on that play. Nice little play design there for Comox. It's really interesting, though, that the side where they collapsed was actually the wide side of the field. They were running all this to the boundary. That's the only thing that I probably would try and do differently, is run a bit more of it to the wide side of the field.
So fresh set of downs here for Crisp as he looks to pass now on first down. And he throws it out to, that's Lambert, and Lambert can't haul it in. Tough play there, though.
Yeah, just a hair long there. Lambert had to kind of elevate and get up off the ground to pull it in and isn't quite able to reel it in. But getting more creative with some of the motions here for Comox, too. They're starting to show some different looks out there, and I'm liking what I'm seeing, the creativity with some of the little details here, and it just about worked out for them.
And if you missed it in the first half, it looked like Morgan Crisp had made a house call in a big, lengthy run, but it got called back because Lambert was offside. But let's see if he can make do, and he can! Look at that, Sebastian Lambert in for the major. Comox put 6 more on the board.
Wide open there, and I was looking in the backfield, did not see how he set it up, but by the time we were looking downfield at the receiver, he had a couple steps on his defender. Huge score for Comox here, and going to make this a 3-point game. They show that same look again, a little bit of play action this time, and this time there's the pass off of it.
And I talked about Lambert's one
you
mistake.
Can see lots of cushion there. Lambert able to get behind this guy by a few steps as they split the uprights for the extra point to officially make this a 3-point ball game.
And I talked about the mistake that Lambert made on the offside, but listen, that's his second major of the game, and he has been good in this one for Comox as they kick it up and through. And yeah, just down to a 3-point lead now for the Bears. Good series there from the Raiders.
Yeah, North Surrey's going to have to regroup here, right? They just missed converting that first down. They took a penalty to put themselves behind the stick and ended up having to punt. And in the Canadian game, it is just penalties are so. It feels like penalties are so much more consequential than the American game. It just, you have that much less time to make up for that deficit you put yourself in, especially if it's something of more than 5 yards.
So they'll kick things off here, and it's a good one. Fielded right around the 18-yard line, and that's Guerrero. And taken out of bounds somewhere around the 33, 34-yard line.
So Comox needs to ride the wave here, right? They got a stop last time out. They pushed this back to a 3-point ball game. North Surrey needs to figure out what they're going to do. One of the things we haven't seen a lot of from North Surrey, we haven't seen a ton of running. They really wanted to try and throw it around the yard, Williams has shown quarterback run a little bit, but we haven't seen since early in the second quarter. We haven't seen a lot of Ute Gavrila here.
And they pass once again. And this time it's going to be for some positive yardage. Not a whole lot there, but with the reception is York.
And I think it was behind the line of scrimmage, so they might have designed that properly, but it looked like they might have gotten away with a pick from one of the other receivers there to create some space.
2nd down and 6 to go here. As Williams out of shotgun once again. He's got some receivers in motion, and he looks that way, looking for a deep ball there, and it's picked. No, it's not. Great play. In pursuit was Nicholas Laurie, and Laurie makes a fine play.
Weird alignment in that formation there. Gavrila, the one back, was almost 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage where he was lined up. I don't really understand why he was lined up that deep, but nice play in coverage there. Maybe there wasn't a lot of contact there, so I think that's why there wasn't a flag come in, but Laurie never does get his head turned around. One might have argued that could have been pass interference there, although I'm kind of okay with the no call.
So here we go now. Williams looking to pass once again, still looking, nope, decides to keep it himself, and he runs it. This is going to be for 1st down and more. Good run there for Williams. Good decision not to throw the ball downfield, ends up picking up a 1st down and more.
Yeah, that's just athlete play. That's Williams finding, his original play. He's trying to execute the play as called, but his original play, it doesn't look to be there. And so he's just finding a crease and doing what he needs to do, and he is a very good athlete at his size, good body frame, but as soon as he escapes there, that collapsed edge, 95 gets pushed down inside. And as soon as Williams gets that edge, he is off to the races.
We've got some confusion here as Williams is...
Must be some sort of an equipment issue because they're directing Williams towards the sideline here.
And there he is. He's back now. So as you see Williams with his back to his left, that's Gravilla. And he picks it up, and he's going to get a lot of yards there, including a 1st down. Good play there from Gavrila.
Yeah, more quick game stuff, just throwing a quick swing pass, getting their guy out into space.
And you see the replay here once again. Oh, almost bobbled the ball there, but able to tuck it up and in.
And this is what North Surrey wants to do when they're on offense. They want to turn this game into a track meet because if they do, they've got the better set of athletes, right? So it's good, sound strategy to create space for your playmakers, get the ball in their hands with some space, and let them do what they do.
Williams now from shotgun. 2 men in motion, and he hands it off. And this is Gavrila once again, and he's going to take it close to a 1st down, maybe about half a yard there.
Yeah, a little draw play there.
So North Surrey starting to impose their will here, but what's the call? No call there, all right.
Yeah, so nice little 8.5, 9-yard pickup there on 1st down. Sets them up in good position here. This might be a take a shot spot here. They haven't shown much interest in kicking unless they absolutely have to today. And, this might be a shot play here.
Well, let's see.
Look at that.
And, yeah, he looked for it, but it wasn't there, so he decided, I'm going to run it myself. Take it to the outside now. Can he cut it back in? He tries to. Oh, my. Great run there. Jordan Williams, and you're absolutely right, Coach. He was looking deep ball, but no, wasn't there, so decided to call his own number.
Yeah, big collision at the end of the play, but, man, a couple really nice cuts in the open field for Williams to create some more yards for himself. Check out this cut here as he sees the seam, threatens like he's going to go upfield, and then goes right around his man, and then this one right here, again, sets up the cut really nicely, sees his leverage that his blocker has and gets up inside of it. That's really nice open field vision from number 2 there.
And 1st and goal now for North Surrey. This is a big, big possession for the Bears. They've chunked into the clock big time. And they get a little pitch play that goes forward but kind of goes nowhere. There's that was Jalen York.
Yeah, wrapped up right about at the line of scrimmage there. It's that little jet sweep play that they've done before, and his blocker just throws him off there. His blocker is blocking one defender, and then at the last second decides to change and block a different defender, and he ends up running right into the guy that was being blocked.
So let's see what Williams can do now here in 2nd and goal. And you can hear the North Surrey faithful trying to cheer their boys on. He calls his own number. Can he get there? Nope. Runs it out of bounds. So here we are now.
And it'll be about the 3-yard line, I think. And maybe more like the 4 here for 3rd and goal.
Interesting call. Let's see what North Surrey draws up. Are they going to bring the kicking team in, or are they going to?
I don't think so. I don't like going from 3 to 6, especially given that the other team hasn't shown much interest in kicking either. I don't think that going from 3 to 6 is really worth the trade-off here. I would be trying to add a touchdown.
And that's what they're going to try to do as he goes out of shotgun and tosses it up. Oh, no. Nope. Oh, my. Just some confusion between the two receivers there. And that's going to be a turnover on downs, and Williams is not happy.
Yeah, he had a wide-open man there, and that man just turned over the opposite shoulder from what Williams was expecting. So number 10, actually, he turns this into a corner route, and Williams throws it right as if he was going to just run a seam straight up the field there. So
looking for Michael Jenkins.
The nose tackle, Michael Jenkins. But I like I said, I agree with that call. You're up 3 right now. The difference between up 3 and up 6 isn't really that big of a difference when you have a team on the other side that has not shown any proclivity to kick at this point in time. Again, also, I mentioned this in a game earlier today, or maybe that was in our first half of this game. It's 107 yards they now have to drive down the field too, right?
Yeah.
You're challenging them to deal with a long field as well.
Well, let's see what Chris can do here now as he right on his goal line and decides to call his own number and run it up the gut. And a good decision at that as he got some good positive yards.
That's exactly what he did last time they were in this position. Yeah. Almost the exact same play in a lot of ways. He doesn't quite get to the first down marker this time, I don't think, but he is awfully close.
Yeah, 2nd down in short, as we hear the in-house announcer say.
Here's that collapsed edge formation they like to run to. And they'll throw the swing pass to Poje.
And this is going to be a 1st down and more. Can he get those afterburners going? Can he beat everybody? He can! Look at this! He's running the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Comox. But what's going on here? Is this one going to be coming back?
In that neighborhood, I would suggest that it probably is.
Are they pointing that he stepped out of bounds?
No, they're telling the sticks not to move. Is what they're doing.
Oh, boy, here we go. Let's see what this is all about.
Got to hold 40 yards behind the plate. Oh,
Roman Poje to the house. Look at this. Just outlasts everybody.
That is just a backbreaker.
Oh, my. That is going to be the 2nd touchdown.
So they're going to call that after the first down.
That is the 2nd touchdown that Comox has had taken off the board now.
And that is just such an unnecessary penalty to take that far behind the play. I won't pass judgment on the actual infraction. We didn't see it because it was that far behind the play, but that is just such. If you cannot put yourself in the position to get a holding flag thrown on you when you are 40 yards away from the ball.
Well, going to have to regroup here. They got the 1st down. That is at least some positive here, but boy, if you are Roman Poje after a run like that, you are some upset at your teammates. But they got to regroup. They got to get back into it because they are down 3 right now. They're able to get a stop in their own ends or red zone.
You're catching your breath going, are you kidding me?
Yeah, exactly. Well, here it is right now. Look at that. Look at this run.
Man, he's electric. He's fun.
Just hugging that sideline, just outlasts. He's Jalen York trying to catch him there.
Just tiptoes the sideline, too. He stayed in bounds the whole time, but just tiptoed the sidelines.
Well, let's see if
stayed in the actual sideline this time instead of the imaginary one.
Let's see if Comox can regroup. That is a tough one there. And, yeah, just trying to rally the boys there. Jay Daniels, the head coach of Comox.
The Raiders.
The Raiders. You do have to love the Raiders uniforms. I mean, they are
they're good.
one of the best in football, regardless if it's the Los Angeles, Oakland, LA, or the Comox Valley Raiders.
Well, and these guys are going black face masks, which is the one change I would like for the NFL team to make.
Except for Lambert, by the way. If you take a look at his, he's got the he's got the stripes going.
Yeah.
I believe it was Lambert. I'll have to take a look again. But as we see here, nothing doing there for Morgan Crisp. And yes, it is number 17, Lambert. And next time you get a shot of that, he's got the stripes.
Little tape strips.
Yeah.
Over his face mask.
Do you do the stickers with Sullivan Heights when you guys?
Yeah, we call them pride stickers.
Yeah.
We do them to reward and recognize
Yep.
outstanding plays. So, on defense, for example, forcing turnovers. On offense, I do it every time our offensive lineman has a pancake block.
Not getting a call on you after your teammate runs it 80 yards to the house.
More than that, man. That was 100.
There you go. Excuse me. Sold him short.
Yeah. That might be a -1 pride sticker.
That's what
I don't know if I can go peel one off
I
his
said
helmet.
Not taking a call there. Not.
Just get him to come over the sidelines and peel one off his helmet right in front of everybody else. That's a shame sticker.
Coach, it won't come off. You get it off.
Give me a scalpel.
All right, here we go now. Comox.
Under center.
Yep. And they hand it off to Lambert. And he cuts it up the side, and he gets a bunch of yards there. This is the playmaker on that team, Sebastian Lambert. And take a look here as he just uses his lead blocker.
We got a North Surrey player shaking up here. Look, he's got a nice burst for a big body player too, hey? Good little player. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some of these guys maybe pop up, with the Vancouver Island Raiders based in Nanaimo, for example.
Sure.
That'd be a nice transition, Raiders to Raiders.
VI Raiders, of course, long-time junior program.
Yeah, probably most known for being the club team of Andrew Harris.
That is correct. He's pretty good.
I'm sure soon to be CFL Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
Whatever the waiting period is after he chooses to retire, I'm sure he'll be in almost immediately.
Boy, the way he's I know he's suffered a few injuries, but the way he plays, though.
Well, and he's well into his 30s now, right?
He's almost getting better with age, it seems like.
In some ways, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's maybe quite the same force of nature that he was in his Winnipeg days.
Dominant
but
in those
he's still
days.
When he's healthy, he's still one of the better running backs in the league.
Well,
certainly for a pound the rock type of guy,
Well, as they take the injury here, we'll take a moment to step out. 17-14, North Surrey Bears lead the Comox Valley Raiders in the Midget 9-man provincial championship here from McLeod Stadium in Langley.
Taking care of these boys all day long.
And welcome back into McLeod Stadium here as you see the injured North Surrey Bear there. That's Logan Ricks. And, yeah, you know him well, Gord.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's okay. Comox now as they take it and they run it up the gut. That's crisp, and that is a crisp run right there. Going to pick up a first down for the Raiders.
Nice little change here. Comox really getting after it in the ground game all of a sudden. A nice run from Lambert there on the previous play. Crisp getting it up inside the tackle there for another first down play. Poje, those quick swing passes, like a lot of teams will view that as like an extension of the run game.
It pretty much is, really.
Yeah.
So under a minute here to go in the third quarter, and Comox is down by 3 here in this championship game. Out of shotgun, they fake the handoff, but they go for a toss. That's Lambert, and Lambert is running into a defender that tries to spin out of it, and now he is going absolutely nowhere and ends up getting tossed down onto the ground there by Elijah Copeland.
Yeah, Elijah Copeland made a really nice play. We're going to get a late flag in here as Lambert was losing his mind after the play. I think he may have earned himself a 15-yard shot across the bow here.
Even given a slight little push to his teammate there. Yeah, going to have to calm him down a little bit there. 17 jogs off to the sidelines. Let's see what the officials have to say.
The head referee was about to blow the play and didn't see the flag come out behind him. So they've caught him now, like, hang on a second. Yeah, so this is going to go against Lambert for complaining too vociferously.
It's a good word.
Thank you. Yeah.
Don't ask me to pronounce
It's
it.
that UBC education coming out.
I went to broadcasting school.
Yeah. I thought you were about to say Brock.
Not as prestigious. It was Columbia, but not university.
Yeah.
Academy.
Yeah, that's what you can say. You can say I'm a Columbian grad.
So now Comox elect to keep it themselves, and here's Chris. This is a good run now as he had to make up those yards, and he did, and it looks like he's going to have himself a first down. How about that run from the pivot, Morgan Crisp?
Yeah, that's they tried to do a little misdirection there. They kind of faked the snap count early and then had the man in motion, and then Crisp just follows the man in motion. Nobody seemed to track him across on the defense, so he just gained a blocker off the edge there. And I'm not sure who was on that edge for North Surrey, but that is also kind of the spot where Logan Ricks was one of the defensive ends before he got hurt earlier in this drive. So maybe that's a backup filling in and getting caught a little bit there.
Avery Boyd in on the tackle for North Surrey.
Yeah, it looks like what they've done is they bumped Michael Jenkins out from his nose spot to end here, number 10.
Lambert back in. You see him, number 17 there. He's got the flow going out the back. They got to keep their composure here, do Comox. They're down just 3. This is going to be the last play of the third quarter. As Chris now under center. And this is looking handoff, and it is. As they try the little end-around play there, and he's tackled down quickly. And that is Poje, of course, the speedster, able to get wrangled up there.
Yeah, Jalen York matching him stride for stride, and a little bit of a high tackle, but he wraps properly. And when you're tackling a guy who's probably only about 5'7", you could be forgiven for tackling a little higher than maybe you normally should.
And Jalen York, not really the biggest in stature as well. But that's going to be the end of the third Q. Buckle up, folks. Going to be a good ride here in the fourth quarter as North Surrey has a 3-point lead over Comox. Everything on the line here. The last game of the weekend, the Midget 9-man provincial championship. We saw some stellar games earlier on today. We had the junior bantam 9-man, the junior bantam 12-man in the 9-man game. Coquitlam beating Vernon 35-26 in the junior bantam 12-man. That was a bit of a blowout as Saanich took down North Delta 34-8. This one, 3-point game, 12 minutes to go. Let's see what Comox can do. North Surrey can do. And they hand it off here. And cutting to the left there is Gavrila.
Nice little handoff there to turn over the sticks, or pretty close to it at least. They're going to call this a first down. Basically right at the midfield stripe. And this is what I was talking about. They kind of got away from Gavrila for a little bit there and became a little bit one-dimensional, and now they're getting back to a little bit more balance. That's a good catch by the coaching staff to realize that.
So Jordan Williams now. He's got some guys in motion. They're looking past once again. This is going to be picked off, though. Oh, my. Interception. Ezekiel Smith. What a huge play. That's Smith Oh, my. What is Jordan Williams doing there?
Man, it looked like one of the Comox Raiders got across the line of scrimmage really quickly there. It looked like maybe he had jumped the snap and gone offside, but that's how quickly he got across the line.
All right, here's the replay here. Oh, no, this is the pick, so maybe if we can back it up just a bit to see that, but a good interception nonetheless from Ezekiel Smith. First time we said his name, called his number, 18.
Big play there.
Big play. Massive play.
Yeah, Comox needs to try and press their advantage here and try and step on the throat after that turnover. Get this tired North Surrey defense right back on the field after just one play.
Keep your eyes to the far right there, number 17. He's the playmaker for them, Sebastian Lambert. We'll see if Chris can find him as he's in motion, and yeah, good time there as well. But Chris decides to go up the gut himself and keep those legs pumping. He can't as he runs into Avery Boyd, but a few yards picked up for Comox nonetheless.
Yeah, about a 5-yard chunk, which is what you're looking for in first down in the 3-down game. And they're going to go no huddle here and line up right on the ball.
All right, so Chris moving crisply. And, yeah, here's that interception once again. And they end up, there's a flag on the play. They're throwing it. It's to Lambert. He picks it. Is it going to be a touchdown? There is a flag on the play. Oh, my, what another.
Nope, it's coming back.
Big time. You got to be kidding me.
Is it Lambert himself again?
Will this be the third Raiders touchdown that comes off the board?
We'll see if maybe we can see the point of the snap there and see who might have been across the ball. But, again, flags came down from the referees on both sides there.
My.
So, obviously a clear offside. And given that Lambert was coming from the slot there, it would not surprise me if he was the guy who was the perpetrator there.
Oh, my. That's the third touchdown that Comox has had called back. Unbelievable. So 2nd down and 10. And if you're on the Comox sideline, you got to control your frustration at this point. As Chris now out of the snap, and he swings it out. Are they going to go again? Nope. And this is going to be a bit of an interesting play there on 2nd down. I don't know about that one, but at the same time, too, you can understand that there is probably a whole lot of frustration going on right now in that huddle.
I like this overload formation for them. The only thing that I would like to see off of it is I would like to see them now attack the compressed side. They're rotating all of their skill guys over to one side of the field, and they've been attacking that overload side. But now they've done a bunch of that. I would love to see them come back in the other direction and attack the compressed side.
3rd and 10 now, as they're going to go for it from the North Surrey 50. And Chris trying to get away from the tackle, and he can't. What a major sack there. Lukeman Kardali, first time we've said his name all game long. Massive sack, turnover on downs for the Bears.
Yeah, 3rd down play, and Chris just has to get the ball out there.
And I think he knew it as well. It almost looked like he wanted to sort of throw it away, but at the same time, I think he realized that he was dead in the water anyway.
Yeah.
So a good play there by Chris just to, just keep the ball right around midfield, see if they can put it on their defense here as we see the
pendulum
sack.
Swings again.
Exactly. So Williams now in shotgun, and he's looking to pass. He goes over the middle, and it's a good reception. It's going to be 1st down, and a great pickup there. That's Jalen York.
Yeah, nice little crossing route there, and Williams, I think he was actually expecting his running back to be on the other side as he did a flash play action fake to nobody there. But, again, I talked earlier in the game, or in this 9-man game, it is really tough to chase those crossing routes across the field. One of the things that it opens up is it kind of makes it really difficult to play zone defense and have it be sound. You just don't have enough guys to cover grass.
So here we go now. Williams out of shotgun once again, and he looks quick to a quick out there, but maybe a little too quick as Warrow can't pull it off the turf.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to mark this as a reception, but I didn't think he caught it. Yeah, I think they've changed their mind. They're going to mark it as
I'm sorry. That definitely hit the turf first. I don't know if you've noticed it, but I've seen just some mutual respect amongst the players on these teams. A few high fives, a few head taps.
Okay. Got to dap it up in between plays.
Well, perhaps these players know each other as well from years of playing football against one another, but nonetheless, let's see what North Surrey can do here as out of shotgun. He looks to air it out. This one is going to be over the receiver no flag on the play, and that's going to bring up third down.
And that's just a little bit of a ball placement mistake there from Williams. He had his guy, but his guy had inside leverage on the defender and nobody to the receiver's left. And you can see if he puts that more towards the far hash mark than the near hash mark, his guy's probably able to adjust and run under it and be the guy making that catch. But where he put it, his receiver just did not have the opportunity to make a play there.
Okay, big third down here.
Williams going to want that one back. He had a nice clean pocket, and he just misplaced it a little bit.
From the Comox 38 are the Bears.
Interesting to see Lambert out there on defense for Comox. I haven't noticed him out on defense before this play just now.
Probably trying to prevent the deep ball as Williams scrambles now, throws it out to the far sideline, but he is going to lose his man there. Don't see any laundry on the field. That's going to be a turnover on downs and another opportunity for Comox. As we see the replay here. And just trying to find his receiver, but just overthrows it maybe about 3 or 4 yards out of bounds.
So another turnover on downs here, and the pendulum shifts again, and it feels like both teams are kind of stuck in neutral, stuck between the 40s in the middle of the field here. So,
and there's been so many opportunities for Comox, and yes, they've had 3 touchdowns called back on them. As Chris now tries to call his own number and just ends up running into a whole bunch of Bears. Pack of Bears.
A whole pack of Bears.
The Bears, really, they're not packs.
No.
Well, I had to ask that out loud. I don't know why.
You were almost channeling Russell Wilson there from a whole pack of Badgers.
Starting to sound like Herschel Walker all of a sudden.
Now, let's not get too into the werewolves and vampires now.
We'll stay away from that. As here's now Crisp out of the shotgun, and he looks right. There's going to be a flag on the play. Dodges a couple of tackles. Dodges a third tackle, fourth, fifth. No, can't get out of the grip of Avery Boyd there, and we'll have to see what this flag is all about. Looks like it's going to be a hold.
I can only assume, he's already pointing back towards the Comox side, so I didn't see the full signal, but I was going to say, based on the location of that flag, I would assume a hold.
Well, a whole lot of nothing happening there as Crisp just trying to make something out of nothing, but it wouldn't matter anyway as it's a hold against the Raiders, but it gets...
So it'll be 3rd and 8. Just another series, kind of like, this kind of reminds me of the tail end of that junior bantam game where it's like, how is it 3rd down already?
Yeah. It's almost like both teams are kind of scared to score here. It's just not able to get anything going. And, of course, Comox had a couple of things get called back on them. Major moments in this game as well.
Going out in that overload formation again. All 4 skill guys to the field side here.
See if he can get the time. See if he can get the pocket. No, it collapses on him. This could be dangerous.
Ball's out.
Oh, my. Just bully balled that one. Right up in his grill is Elijah Copeland.
Not that it would have mattered because it was 3rd down anyway, but I think North Surrey actually came up with the ball there. But, Crisp just did not feel the pressure coming from his backside there, and this is what they're asking their players to do on this formation. You can see number 3 there, Caleb Gosselin-Elliott, who's a receiver.
That ball is out.
Yeah. You can see number 3 there, Gosselin-Elliott, like he's a receiver. That's why he's wearing number 3, and he is the tight end that they bring in on that overload formation. They're asking him to pass block in that situation, and that's not really a recipe for success, you know.
Jordan Williams with the swing pass there, and it ends up getting bobbled by Gravilla. And Gravilla there with a little bit of the butterfingers. So that'll bring up 2nd down.
Or 4th down.
I was going to say,
currently showing it.
the stick is, this ain't 4-down football. You can take that 4 and take it off here.
This is what happens when you borrow the sticks from the high school.
Exactly. So there they go. They got it right now. 2nd and 10 here. As Williams now in the shotgun, and he's looking to pass, and he's looking deep, looking end zone, and it's caught. No, it's not. Oh, my. The intended receiver there, Jalen York, looked like it was in, and then it was out.
Man, that's a pretty-looking ball from Jordan Williams. We have seen some beautiful throws from him tonight. We have also seen some issues with placement as well, but he probably should have caught that.
Tough catch nonetheless, but
Contested catch for sure,
Yeah.
but
York not able to haul it down, and boy, that felt like it could possibly be the dagger in this one with 6:30 to go and the clock ticking away. Both teams still with a timeout left. So we'll see what Williams can dial up here on 3rd down and 10 out of the shotgun. And fakes the handoff. Looks to the end zone and decides to throw it, and it's across. Nice pass there. It's into the end zone. Touchdown! North Surrey with the major, and that's Carlo Waro with his 2nd of the game. Put another 6 on the board for the Bears.
we got a discussion from the referees there. I think they're discussing whether Williams had crept across the line of scrimmage when he threw this ball.
Oh, boy, here we go.
It looks like they're going to let it stand, but there was some discussion there.
I'm getting tired of calling touchdowns that get called back. Or I only got so much of the vocal cords here.
Ooh, that was
You might
really
be right,
close.
though. It looks like they're going to let him get away with it.
Heck of a play, and again, it's a crossing route coming from the backside. Williams spills himself to the right, and his receiver just follows him across the formation. And really nice throw on the run by Williams. Whether he was behind the line of scrimmage or not, that is a dart from Williams. And we've seen this a couple times today. He seems to come up with these clutch throws in big situations. That was 3rd and 10.
Absolutely. As they try to kick the extra point, and it's up. And it's good. 24-14 now. North Surrey ahead of Comox. 10-point cushion for North Surrey. But let's see what Comox can do here over the next 6 minutes.
That's a big score. And Comox, with the amount of time on the clock, Comox is getting pretty close to kind of having to score on this drive.
Absolutely.
In some way, shape, or form.
And you think if they could get a big strike early, and you know that Sebastian Lambert has the ability to do that. We also know that Roman Poget has the ability to do that. We also know that Morgan Crisp has the ability to do that. So they do have the weapons, Comox. Let's see.
One thing that just occurred to me that I think is worth noting. This is probably the last football game being played in this country in 2022.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Like any other brand of football is done right. And as you know, we were supposed to be done last weekend.
That's right. High school is done now as well, right?
Oh, yeah. High school's been done for a couple weeks now, actually.
There you go. So you could be right.
Sorry, that's not true. A little over a week. The 3rd.
So the Bears kick it off, and they try to go onside kick again, and this time it is played well and just taken down. I believe that is Hudson Belanger that picked it up, if I've got that correct. Yes, I do.
It is indeed. Good job from him. He had to kind of wait for the bounce a little bit, but he gets it and secures it just before the tacklers get there.
There's a lot of them. They're trying to take him down, and eventually they do.
I got to be honest. I would have kicked deep there.
Yeah, so would I.
You're up 10. There's 6 minutes left. I would have kicked it deep there.
Yeah, and especially with we've seen it. They have the ability to break open big plays. You were lucky that these plays got called back, of course, with the Lambert.
Well, yeah, like
and
again,
the Poget.
You're up multiple scores. Just give him as long of a field as possible.
So let's see what Cowichan can dial up here as under 6 minutes to go. They do that little swing out to Lambert, and frustrating.
That was a tough play because the running back I think he was going out to block for Lambert, but the ball goes right over the running back's helmet. And so I can understand why, watch this, it goes right over number 30's helmet. And it might even ticked off to the helmet even.
Just these plays, they're so tough to get big yardage on.
Yeah.
Because you basically leave your receiver flat-footed at that point, and he becomes a running back.
Yeah, you got to make sure that you've got enough blocking out in front of it for sure.
Speaking of blocking, look at this now as Crisp just gets tossed to the turf. Big-time sack there. The 2nd of the game for Kadali.
Yeah, Kadali's having a big 4th quarter here. That's a couple times that he's got busted through, and he is showing a little bit of extra juice here. And it's punting time for Comox as they're behind the sticks enough right now. You can see they're changing out the entire squad here pretty much.
You can just tell by the shoulders of Crisp. He is not happy right now. But look at Cardali.
He's had pretty reasonable protection for most of the day, and now deep in this game.
Yeah.
that's fallen apart, and Surrey's front has made a couple of big plays here.
Well, Lukeman Cordali has definitely made a couple of big ones, and Lambert kicks that one away and ends up dodging it. Was number 83 there. That's Carlo Waro.
Yeah, it took a Comox bounce, and frankly, I think they were within the 5-yard halo and maybe got away with that a little bit too. So, yeah, that probably worked out about as well as it possibly could have for Comox. But even still, like, look, they barely end up with the ball beyond the original first down marker.
So North Surrey now can really put the dagger into this game. If they could put some more points on the board here, this will be quite a mountain to climb for Comox.
Yeah, I would expect, keep your eye on number 28 in the backfield here. I would expect, they don't have to hand it off to him on every play, but I would expect on first down here that you see the ball being run.
Williams, and that's what he does. He hands it off to Gavrila. And Gavrila cuts it out to the outside. He's going to get some big yards and a first down. Good call there, Coach.
Thank you. The only thing I want my players to do differently there is I am not happy with my running back stepping out of bounds in this situation.
You want him cutting up and in and keeping that clock running.
Well, yeah, I want him chewing up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want him staying in bounds, and I want him chewing up extra yardage. Listen, I don't ever want to see anybody who isn't playing quarterback step out of bounds voluntarily on offense. Not one.
Be tough. Take a lick.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not even so much about being tough. It's about, like, sacrificing for your team, and, like, you're wearing pads. Like, you're not making money here, so there's no reason to step out of bounds and save yourself a hit.
Leave nothing on the field. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much, yeah.
Attaboy. Love it. It's the Al Bundy mentality there.
Mm-hmm.
Polkai, 3 touchdowns. Are you getting that? You don't get that as well, right? Adam Forsythe yesterday did not get that.
I know who Al Bundy is, but, like,
I made that
pretty
reference.
sure that show was off the air before I was born, dude.
I made that reference yesterday, and Adam looked at me like I had 3 heads.
I may sound like an old soul because I have that know-it-all streak to me. But
there is that, yeah.
Married with Children is just a theoretical reference for me.
Right.
You might as well be quoting Leave It to Beaver.
There you are. Hey, come on now. I'm not that old. As they swing it back out there and right up in his face is David Martinez as York goes nowhere, and Comox's defense now starting to help themselves out.
And I know they don't get anywhere there, but ball stays in bounds. You're ticking the clock. It's a 2-score game, and you're now going to run this under 3 minutes left, almost 2.5 minutes left. By the time Comox gets the ball back, that's what you needed to do there, and that matters more than your 5 yards right now.
So use the clock to your side. 1 timeout, that is. A piece still left. So they'll boot it away here on 3rd down from basically the 55. There's the boot.
Hooked it a little bit there.
And
that is the onside guy.
There is a flag in the air there. I'll see exactly what this is.
That's Gavrila in there. So I think this flag's going to be picked up because they threw a no yards, but Gavrila is the onside guy. He's behind the puncher. Thing is, 23 may have been inside that bubble too. Asher rolling. But if it's only 28, I'm going to take Gavrila there. If it's only him, this shouldn't be a flag, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to pick it up. Yeah. So that is correct procedure by the officials there because the official near the returner, he doesn't know who's onside. He can't tell whether that guy was behind the punter or not. So the correct procedure is throw the no yards, and then the guys who are in the offensive backfield watching for that will come and say, no, what number was it? No, he was behind the punter. We're good. He was onside.
So there you have it, as Comox now will start things off around the 33-yard line. And they got a ways to go here and 10 points to make up.
So they're giving the ball to North Surrey here. We did not see the recovery here. North Surrey's offense is back on the field here.
Oh, wow. So they ended up recovering that punt.
I knew that he was right in there, but there wasn't enough celebrating, I didn't think, because of the flag on the field maybe. But, yeah, we totally missed that. So, yeah, North Surrey's offense back on the field here, and this is – they can pretty much close this one out here.
Absolutely. So Gavrila was able to get the ball there from the looks of it, and yeah, you're right. It was a muted celebration for sure.
Hey, that's a great play by 28 in that case.
Absolutely. So let's see now if the Bears can really just sort of put the final nail in the coffin here. As Williams now with a couple of receivers doing a little crisscross there as they pitch it out to Gavrila. And Gavrila trying to get the edge, and he can just slightly, only a couple of yards, though.
So he at least tried to get back in bounds this time, but again, he lets himself be pushed out of bounds.
Coach Randall doesn't like that.
Look, I'm not going to be harping on this with younger kids, but it's just not good fundamental football. You got to have some awareness of the situation.
So it was here on second down.
Well, there's a flag on the field on the far side here too. I don't know what the call is going to be yet, though. Let's take a look at the signal here. Defensive offside. Yeah, so they'll go to 2nd and 5 then. They'll negate that play. But yeah, like I'm not out here trying to be too hard on the football players, but those types of fundamental football things, like the first time he did that, somebody should have been in his ear and been like, "Hey man, like look at what we're trying to do here. Don't do that." And they may have, but he just, because you could say he tried to cut back in bounds again there, but he let himself be pushed out of bounds. Hit the turf, dude.
2nd down and 5, as Gavrila now is going to try and cut up inside. That was a high tackle. Looked like it even was a leap from behind there.
This is interesting. I think they're probably going to keep the offense on the field here because it looks like they're less than a yard short, about a yard short here.
So let's take a look here as
so this is pretty much the ball game here.
He did get a little airborne there. That was Ashton Lepard.
So pretty much the ball game here. 3rd and 1, minute and a half on the clock. North Surrey turns this over, and it's curtains for Comox. But if Comox can get a stop here, there's still that faint glimmer of hope.
You're telling me there's a chance.
Now that reference I get.
There you go. Williams now cuts it up. Oh, good play defensively. Was it enough? Was it enough?
First down.
And, yeah, I think we are getting the signal.
Full yard over the first down.
There you go.
Marker.
First down, and that's it. That's going to be the ball game right there. Heck of a play there by Jordan Williams.
There's a good heads-up play. He knew exactly where the stick was and where he needed to get to. You could see that he launches himself right at that first down marker and makes sure immediately gets up and signals because he knew.
Big-time play from the North Surrey pivot.
Yeah, he's been really good today on the whole. You know, it hasn't been
honestly,
perfect.
quarterback play from both sides have been very good today. Morgan Crisp and Jordan Williams have been very good.
He hasn't been perfect, but he has come up with plays whenever his team has really needed one today.
And here's Gavrila, who at one point looked like he was just going to go right to the end zone.
Yeah, I thought he was going to house that.
It's almost like he stopped up.
Wouldn't that be funny if after all my harping, he did one of those, like, take a knee on the 1 yard line things?
And then turned around and flipped you the bird? Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Hey, I teach in Surrey, too, so I get it. I would have just been like, I don't know how you managed to catch that, but fair enough. Yeah.
So North Surrey here now knocking on the door as they're in the red zone. Up 10 with the clock just ticking away, and almost looks like Comox is just reserved to not even use that timeout as they hand the ball off once again. And that's going to be a run there from Gavrila again. Yeah, as mentioned, Comox just sort of conceding, it looks like. But, I mean, when you're down 10 and the ball is on your inside the 10-yard line, you're pretty much done.
Yeah.
So Williams now just looking at the play.
Taking his sweet time, understandably so. Why is the clock stopped, guys? They've placed the ball. What's going on here?
Perhaps Comox called their timeout?
I didn't see it. On the field. It looks like they're just.
Are they setting up in victory formation?
They are.
Yeah.
They are. And that's what he's doing is he's telling the defense right now, hey, this is victory formation.
There it is there. So the knee down.
I don't think Williams realized the clock was running. He had a full play clock, and he just took a knee right away. Now he's going to run the clock.
So victory formation here for the North Surrey Bears as they are going to be your 2022 Midget Division 9-man provincial champions. Just a matter of time here now. As they put the knee back on the ground. And this is going to be, they'll roll it right down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As they'll do the final play here. And there it is, folks. Your Midget Division 9-man champions are the North Surrey Bears as they take down the Comox Valley Raiders 24-14 to cap off a fantastic day of football here at McLeod Stadium.
Provincial championship for the Bears, and they were – there you go. Provincial championship for the Bears, and let's be honest, they were the better team on the whole for the entire evening.
Yeah.
You know, and hey, full credit to Comox. They battled pretty much throughout this game. I think they kind of wilted with about 5 minutes left. You know, that last touchdown really, they knew it was the backbreaker.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, they battled throughout, and as you alluded to, they had a few different opportunities to take a lead in this game and potentially bring it home. And
3 came back.
Yeah.
3 came back. Carlo Waro, to me, was the player of the game for North Surrey, but you could give it to Jordan Williams as well. Waro with those 2 touchdowns as North Surrey takes down Comox 24-14 to wrap up the day. That was the final in the Midget 9 Championship. Earlier today in the Junior Bantam 12-man Championship, Saanich topping North Delta 34-8. And earlier this morning, the Junior Bantam 9-man Championship saw Coquitlam beat Vernon 35-26. But there you have it, North Surrey, your BCPFA Midget 9-man champions for 2022. I want to thank everybody from Sports Canada for helping out with us today. For Gord Randall, I'm Andrew Wadden. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and congratulations to all the champions.
Just a reminder to have all the fans remain behind the guardrail on the other side of the track until the conclusion of our medal, trophy, and banner presentation. And you will have the opportunity to come out in the field for pictures and congratulatory moments with your players at the conclusion of our award ceremony that will be presented by BCPFA President, Mr. Kevin Parks. One more time, folks. Make some noise for both of these teams, the Comox Valley Raiders and the 2022 Provincial Champs, the North Surrey Bears. At the conclusion of the handshake, if I could have both teams line up their respective 50-yard lines for the presentation of your medals, the provincial trophy, and the banner by BCPFA President, Mr. Kevin Parks.